What up, guys? It's your College Chef Mike, and I'm going to teach you guys how to make a soup. Not just any soup, but a potato soup. Now, there's multiple different ways to make a soup, potato soup that is. There's like potato leek, and obviously it's potatoes and leek, go figure. And from there's also like baked potato soup, which is also a very cool soup, but I don't have the material to do it, or do I actually? I might have the material to do it. It's pretty much just like a potato soup. You just add bacon and chives and maybe some cheese. Whatever you put inside a fucking baked potato, you know, normal crap. But right now I'm just going to teach you how to really basic potato soup. Maybe I'll teach you how to make a baked potato along with that. Baked potato soup, that is. Alright, one of the things you're going to need is an onion, okay? Just a regular old crap onion, okay? You can buy these at the 99-cent store for like 4 of them, okay? So that's like 25 cents. So don't give me complaints about not being able to do this. Right here, I cut off both ends, both end pieces. I'm making it really easy so that way, for all of you non-cookers, I guess, of sorts. And you're just going to peel off like that first like layer of skin. And you're going to get like that first like layer of onion also. And what you're going to do here, it's just going to cut straight down it, okay? I don't know if you can see that, but I'm cutting just straight down, like I'm putting it into 3s there, and then just cut across. And there you have pretty much diced onions, good to go. And you're just going to put this straight into the oil, like a decently hot oil, so you can start sweating that. What up, fans? Looking good again. You always do, always, because you're watching my show, and you're not very good looking. Unless you like me, I like you too. But let's see as I sweat the onions, okay? I'm just gonna dump them straight into there, and hopefully not get any oil on my nice laptop. See, it's gonna be at like a decent heat, not super hot. But what you're going to do is you're going to wait for them to get a little bit translucent, like you're looking through a window. And once they get to that point, then you're going to add your garlic and your potatoes. Alright, while those are sweating, I'm going to cut my potatoes up, okay? And cut it in half there. I'm just going to cut it straight down, just kind of quick dice it up. It doesn't matter what they look like because they're going to get blended up anyway, okay? This is going to be a pureed soup, so it doesn't really matter how crappy you cut at this point. It would be a good idea to be a little bit consistent in size and kind of just more or less just make them decently small, so that, because if you put it in like a whole potato, it's going to take damn near forever. Now, the only thing you need left is minced garlic. That's like, what, a tablespoon? It's up to you how much you like garlic, really. You want a garlicky soup? Put more. So, there you go. Minced garlic. And I'll start cooking my garlic. I'll start putting my garlic with the onions and my potatoes soon after. Alright, so I have chicken broth, okay? I'm going to use that as my liquid for my potato soup here. So you're just going to take all these potatoes, and it's really up to you as how many potatoes you use. I'm actually using a decent amount. This will serve easily 4 or 5 people. Now, when you use this chicken broth, excuse me, you just want enough to where it's going to cover over the potatoes, just barely over it, like a centimeter, not even that over the actual potato itself, because you want it a decently thick potato soup. Okay, so now I'm going to add I already added my potatoes, and now I'm going to add my broth, okay? So here you are, you can see it. There it is. That's almost actually enough broth there, but I want just a little bit more, so it's going to coat just over the last top potato, as I said. And then you can thin it out afterward. You don't want it like a bunch of liquid, because otherwise you're going to have a really thin and runny soup, and that's not a very good potato soup, or baked potato soup, or any type of potato soup you're trying to make. Okay, for now, I'm just boiling the potatoes essentially, kind of like if you're making mashed potatoes, but you just want them to be soft enough so that way you can blend them. Now, if you don't have a blender, it's going to be a little bit harder to do. I'm going to be honest with you. You could try using a potato masher. That might work, or just anything to smash it down with until it becomes a soup of sorts. I failed to mention that this is actually for my subscription / buddy on YouTube named Link's Padawan, and he was asking for a soup recipe. So, looking good, buddy. I like you, Link's Padawan, because I like Link from Zelda, and I like Padawans from Star Wars. So guys, I'm blending my soup now. Like, it's gonna come out a little thick at first as you're blending it. That's okay, because then you add a little bit of this stuff here, heavy cream, because now I'm now making a cream of potato soup. Now you don't have to necessarily use cream. You could easily use milk or anything else, whatever's cheapest for you. But I like cream, and it's coming out very nicely. Whoa, scared the shit out of me, whatever fell down inside my cupboards here. Finished my soup, and I'm going to try it out here. Actually, I'm going to show you one thing, because here's my soup actually. I'm going to show you one thing here. And I don't know if you could exactly see that all that well. I'm not really sure because this camera's not all that great. That's generally the thickness that you want it. Almost creamy, I guess. Sorts like a cold cream. And if you want to get the girls to take their clothes off, do one of these things, okay? Do one of these things. Look it. And they're like, oh, that's so nice. It's garnished and everything. I want to get on your balls and I like you and stuff. But for now, I'm going to try it out because I got no girls here. I want my balls. Now let's try one of these deals out. Get one of those little... Oh, I like to add too. Those are those little fried onions that you can put on like green bean casserole and stuff like that. That is way fucking good. I'm actually quite amazed about how awesome I am. You should definitely do this recipe. Way simple. I mean, you don't even really have to sweat the onions. I just do it because it might make the soup taste a little bit better. You can actually just put everything in there and just boil the hell out of it. Put the onions, garlic, and potato, add the water, and the chicken broth, and just let it cook till the potatoes. Once the potatoes are cooked, you just blend it up. I recommend getting a hand blender. I would say there's a lot more uses for the hand blender than there is the actual blender. It's the regular blender, because I mean, use the blender. You use a regular stand blender for what? Just blended drinks, really? At least the hand blender, you can make like salsas. You can make soups here. I mean, you could do that inside the stand blender, but you don't have as much control over it. And again, guys, send me some comments. I'd like to know any recipes you want, because I am always looking. I'm always looking to make better food for you guys. I'm your college chef. I love you all again. Goodbye.
When I eat hot Cheetos, I get crazy.